What's going on, guys? I am on my way to run a couple of errands. I need to pick up a couple things for my classroom this week. So I'm taking you guys with me. I have been teaching for I'm going on 6 years now. And I was just thinking, like, as a new teacher, like, I had no idea what I was doing. There was so many questions I had. I did not get a degree in education. I am a career changer. And what that means is that I had to take an alternative certification course in order to become certified as a teacher. So if there are any of you out there like me, and I know that there are tons of you like me, you probably understand what I mean. I've just felt like I was kind of like thrown in with the wolves my first year teaching. Thankfully, I had a principal who gave me a shot. And he said, you know what, Miss Hill, I subbed at the school for a while before I had applied for a job, just so that I can get a feel for the students and the people that work there. And it actually worked out. I literally enjoyed working at my first school. I worked there for 3 years. So, yeah, I worked there for 3 years and I enjoyed it. I absolutely loved the kids. The kids were from predominantly low income areas, and I know a lot of times, you know, people like to steer clear of schools like that, but that is where I feel like I belong, because there are a lot of kids who just need you to love on them, and that's something I'm good at, because I love the babies. But I'm on my way to 5 and Below to see if I can find some things for my classroom, and also for some lessons that I have coming up. Right now, we got a really slow start to the year. There was a lot of time that I missed due to the passing of my sister. I took a month off, and I'm not ashamed about it. You know, it was time that I needed to make sure that I was okay mentally. So yeah, so we're a little bit behind. Right now we're still working on story elements, and from some informal assessments that I've done in the classroom, like, my babies are struggling. And I'm like, this is stuff y'all should have learned in elementary school. But then I think about it, we've been in a pandemic for the last almost 2 years now. So, you know, you have to meet the kids where they are. So I want to try to implement a lot of things that are fun and high energy, because these kids, they need to be constantly moving. And that's something that I realized after, you know, coming back for the second time in the pandemic. You know, these kids have been locked down, shut up, locked in, all kinds of stuff. So they are literally bouncing off the walls. And my goal is to, like I said, meet them where they are, give them some high energy tasks to do that's fun, but also still educational, and making sure that they learn and meet the standards that they are supposed to at their grade level. So yeah, so it'll be fun. I mean, I love 5 and Below. There was last year I went there and I found a writing activity that I bought for my kids, and I'm gonna see if I can find it again so that I can show you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna take you guys on this errand with me to see what we can find. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so we are here at 5 Below. I always say 5 and Below, but it's 5 Below. And we're gonna see what we can find. Now, this is something I would use for my kids when we do what's called a brain break in class. Because like I said, with these kids coming back to school after being quarantined for a long time, this is something that I would use, and I may actually pick this up. Calm mindness for kids. Okay, this is something I just picked up. It's very interesting, and these are kind of spread about. Spellcraft. I wouldn't deal with it, but okay. Okay, now here is an aisle specifically dedicated to school stuff. That is pretty cool. Now, I would pick up a couple of these, but I have a box of like 40 to 30 of these. And whenever I do take them out, I mean, they're kids that I'm dealing with, so they don't necessarily put the tops and stuff back on. So these things dry out super, super fast. So you constantly have to replace these in the classroom. So I'm not going to even bother with those. Gel pens! Never really use these, but I know my kids like gel pens. We use them for grading. So those are pretty cool. I don't see a price tag on them though. Oh, $5. Duh. Duh. So under Ooh, what is this? Oh, this is super cool. It's like a big old sticky note pad, but it's a weekly sticky note. These are pretty cool. This looks like something that you can use at your desk, like just to jot down some things. I have a big desk calendar, so I don't necessarily need this, but all those meetings and things, lesson plan, department meeting, faculty meeting, deadlines, those are good for that. But I use a big desk calendar, and I think I got it from Walmart. I got that from Walmart. Either Walmart or Amazon. I can't remember. Expo markers. I can't even really tell you if this is a good price. This is $4.25. I mean, it is 5 and below. So for 4 dry erase Expo markers, I don't even know if that's a good price. If you think so, just leave a message in the comments. They usually give you a bunch of these if you're a new teacher, especially. Well, I don't know about any other district, but I know here in Hillsborough County they give you a couple of supplies at the beginning of the school year. The rest of the school year, you're pretty much on your own. To be honest, I'm having a hard time finding things to recommend for you guys in here. So this video may be a flop, but because the last time I was in, they had like booklets with I'm not gonna say necessarily lesson plans, but like educational activities. A lot of the stuff that I'm seeing I'm not liking, and I'll go back by it to once over. But a lot of spell books, harvesting the energy from the moon, a lot of different things that I really just ain't into. But here's an aisle for those Freestyle Fridays. We typically do Freestyle Friday in my classroom on Fridays. I'm not sure how much middle schoolers know about like these particular things, topics on these, but you got Jumanji. That's a kid-friendly game. That's My Jam, an original song guessing games. But like I said, we only really do this stuff on Freestyle Fridays in my classroom. Let's see, what is that? The family game of visual perception. Not sure what that is, but it looks like it'll be fun to try to figure out. But yeah, I'm not really liking what I'm seeing, and I'll show you guys again. Like this one.
I think it's more practical than some other things.
Moon magic. Let me show you. I just saw one on the other side. Yeah. And I'm assuming this stuff is geared towards kiddos. Yeah, they're kind of. Okay, so what I did find is I found this little rack here. But I believe the highest grade that it goes up to is grade 5. So for all my elementary school teachers, you have a lot of little things like this. Reading comprehension for grade 1. Get over here. grade 1. So those are pretty good. You guys could use those for my elementary students, and also some teachers that teach like lower level reading and math, or intensive reading and math. These will be really good. Writing practice for my preschoolers. That's really good. And I actually think I found quite a few other booklets that could be used in the classroom. Numbers and early math. Again, a lot of the stuff is geared towards elementary and like the lower grades. I did, however, see some summer bridge activities. These are really good. 1 page a day. These are good for grades 4 through 5. So yeah, you got quite a few things. Now initially, as I looked, I didn't see, because I was looking for some like similar activity books like the ones I found last year for ELA and writing. This is super cool science experiments for kids, for my science teachers. Cute little step into reading books. Kid friendly. If you're a parent and you're watching, Five Below is also a good place to get some supplemental reading for your babies at home, because the more they read, the more their vocabulary will expand, so on and so forth. And it's always a good idea to keep these babies' minds going. And I see, and I keep running into things like this, the unofficial Harry Potter spell book, and I'm just not, I don't know. I don't want to give an opinion on that because it may not be good, or you may not agree with me. And to be honest, I really don't care, but I just don't think. I know quite a few parents would have issues with that because we have a hard time with some of the required books at school. So. But what I also noticed is a lot of books on self-care for children. My big book of feelings. These are good to help kids navigate through how they feel, because I think one of the major things in middle school is that our kids are not, they have no emotional intelligence, meaning they don't know how to deal with their emotions. They, you know, I work with 6th graders, so a lot of them are still struggling to process disappointment, or when you tell them no. You know, they have a hard time with that. And I just think that my friend Fear, Finding Magic in the Unknown. And there was another self-care book that I saw over here that I thought was pretty good for middle school age kids as well. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Create Your Own Calm. Hell, I need this for me. A journal for quieting anxiety. But I mean, the designs and the illustrations are beautiful, very colorful and bright. Daily Creative Companion. Now that I think about it, that book, the activity book that I found here last year, was something similar to this. It was like a daily writing. It had like daily writing prompts in it that was really good for my kiddos. The self-care planner, a weekly guide to prioritizing you. Okay, come through Five Below. And it looks like it has a weekly plan of self-care. Working on the mind, the body, and the spirit. Okay. I don't know about burning sage, but okay. So yeah, so you got quite a few things in here. I felt a little, disheartened when I came in here yesterday. So I was like, you know what? Let me go back and give it another once over and see if I might have missed something. And it looks like I did. Like I said, it was a lot of people in here on yesterday. So yeah, but you got a couple options, teachers. Get into it.